Do you eat your own flesh? Is there a dripping in your belly that goes and it eats a hole in the bottom of your stomach? It's called an ulcer? Do you have a pain in your chest one day and you're going, oh, I got to go to the hospital. I think I'm having a heart attack. Is that eating your own flesh? Stressing out after the world eats you alive. And that's Catholicism, isn't it? You're going after the tree that you'll eat your own flesh. How do you know that, Jim? I did that for years. Has anybody else ever done that? If you're past 40, you've done it. I'll promise you. We've all done that, hadn't we? So we're talking about the system of Catholicism. As everybody, the people that have been coming here, I get puzzled sometimes because I know this is kind of abstract thinking to talk about predestination and Christmas and Revelation are locked in. Y'all do understand that, don't you? Isn't that frightening to actually realize that? A Roman Catholic world is a world that goes after the tree, and I'm not talking about a literal tree. We certainly don't put one up in our house anymore. But it's going after the tree every day. And what God has to do is get that Catholic or that Christmas out of our hearts, get self out of our hearts in order to reveal Christ to us. And if God lets you see Christ, you feel so ashamed for going after the things in the world. I am. I'm so ashamed of myself. Now, let's get back to this. Now, we've been talking about this beast. The beast is Babylon, Persia, Greece, and Rome. Goodness sakes. And if you come enough, you'll hear this and begin to understand it. Now, let me continue. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't thinking about this, tying these together before I got in the pulpit tonight. I never have thought about tying it together. I just got up here and started talking at the front of the message, and I said, these things fit together. Let me show it to them. Just boom, I'm seeing it and going, yeah, there it is, right in front of my eyes. Yeah, he keeps revealing this stuff to me. Sometimes while I'm teaching y'all, he's showing me things. Now, we're talking about this beast. The beast. That is the system. That's the system. That's the system from the garden. It grew from the garden. And the beast is like a lion bearing a leopard. That's Babylon, Persia, Greece. It became Catholicism. But Catholicism is not going to fool the world, is it? And some priest comes out and says, okay, I'm here to fool the world. I got on my backwards collar, and I got on my tonsure, and I got all my beads, and I'm going to fool you Baptists. That's not going to fool the Baptists. That's not going to fool the charismatics. What's going to fool them? What have we been talking about? What's going to fool them? What's going to fool anybody is offer them the tree. Just offer them the tree. Offer anybody the tree. Hey, would you like to make a lot of money? God wants you to. God wants you to have the car you want. He wants you to have the house you want. He wants you to have everything you want. And you can still worship God and you still go to heaven and have all of this. And you don't ever have to crucify self or take your cross and die daily. Here's stuff. You want it? Everybody that's not educated is going to say, yeah, I want that kind of a God. Well, that's Roman Catholicism. That's the tree. Huh? Yeah. Huh? Yeah. So, you see what I'm saying? And that is, like somebody mentioned a while ago, that's the other Jesus. Two Jesus in the Bible. The real Jesus says, take your cross and die daily, death to self, self-denial. And then Paul said, some will come preaching another Jesus, another spirit, another gospel that I have not preached. And he tells you that it is Satan transforming himself into an angel of light, transformed, meta schematizo. Meta, S-C-H-E-M-A-T-I-Z-O, means to disguise oneself. Satan is not going to deceive by coming looking like the devil. You can't come and deceive the world with a Roman Catholic robe on. You got to take the robes off and sell them something they want. All the world wants what they want, don't they? That's what you got to sell them. So sell them the tree. Everybody wants that. That's not repentant, don't they? Everybody wants a new car, a new house, and stuff, all that's in the world. Lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. Everybody wants that, don't they? That's the big sales job. Sell them the tree. And they'll buy that. So Satan comes transformed. He's disguised. He don't come wearing a red suit and tails and horns on his head. That's not the way Satan comes. When you see that, that's a diversion. And all these Baptists are talking about, well, we got to get a control of this Satanism in America, and all this drug culture, and all this satanic things. And that's just a fairy tale over there. That's not the problem. The problem is in the preachers in the pulpit. They're lying. Talking about an easy gospel. They're the problem, not the Satanists. You know what Satanism is when they gather around and they get in a circle and they draw pentagrams and stuff. That's like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That's a fairy tale. Yeah, but the fairy tales had their origin in demons, because fairies are demons, and there we go again. But that's just a story. That's a diversion. When people think that that's Satanism, when they go out here and they get involved in satanic worship and they're growling and they're carrying on and they're burning things, that's not the evil. The evil is the one that you can't see unless you're educated in the Word. That's what's really evil. The one that's real close to the truth. Now, let's get back to the beast. The beast is not a him, it's an it. I keep saying that. It says him in the King James. It's properly translated in... That thing's on. Is that making any noise, Mike? Okay. What was I going to give you? I got my mind off of it. Oh, huh? Oh, in the interlinear Bible, the beast is it. It follows the word autou, follows it has to be the gender, the antecedent, the noun that it first refers back to, and the beast is neuter gender. So totherion, it has to be neuter gender. So we find the beast here in Revelation 13. Let's just read it. Now you say, Jim, at the end of time, let me just kind of clarify something.